It is time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late when that November 23rd, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins and I are late night 11 o'clock news on 9. Top speed 11 hour in this late Wednesday night is Donald Trump, the first cabinet, picks Nikki Haley as UN Ambassador and Betsy DeVos as Secretary of Education. Chattanooga police said an elementary school bus children now killed 6 children and sent at least 23 people to area hospitals. Chattanooga police said an elementary drug alcohol not involved in Chattanooga bus crash. Some conservatives like Newt Gingrich and Matt Kemp are not in love with the idea of Mitt Romney being appointed President-elect Donald Trump Secretary of State. Notwithstanding his boast about it more than the general, Donald Trump also stressed during the 2016 campaign that those with greater foreign policy experience made a mess of the world, Iraq in particular. A Wayne State University police officer has died after being shot in the head while patrolling near the Detroit campus, police said Wednesday. Palm Beach, Florida. It seems that Donald Trump is seeking defenses that the campaign would help a Thanksgiving spirit. Bangladesh border guard personnel stand watcher illegal entry of a ring of Muslims along the bank of the Nile River as Bangladesh debates Myanmar about regular cross-border arrivals. A British jury sentenced a white supremacist life in prison on the murder of a parliament member Joel Cox, the brutal killing of the lawmaker shocked the country ahead of the UK. Forecast stated that the hurricane Otto has strengthened slightly as it moves west toward Nicaragua and Costa Rica as the U.S. National Hurricane Center Miami says Otto's Category 1 hurricane maps insane winds of 85 miles an hour. President-elect Donald Trump called a Turkish business partner a close friend on a phone call with the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Across the nation said last week though the return and the search felt he wasn't qualified to accept the cabinet role. Adam Paul exalted Nevada as Attorney General in an event in Las Vegas last year. Nevada was lately plaintiff about closer than a state to the case opposing an overtime rule. The Salvation Army's Angel Tree holds stats representing children in need of choice and close to Christmas. People when an adopted angel can find the tree near the center at Treasure Coast Mall. Aboard the Dwight D. Eisenhower, while millions of Americans celebrate Thanksgiving family home cooked meals, the fighters to a Navy sails aboard the aircraft carrier Dwight D. Eisenhower are busy launching fighter jets to strike Islam say that Navy serves up turkey along sorties on Thanksgiving. Alright, take a look at some local news from the Attleboro Senate. In Attleboro, women in her 70s suffered serious burns of flash fire Wednesday in her kitchen while she had been cooking food for Thanksgiving Day, fire officials said. The woman whose name was not released was taken by ambulance around a hospital in Providence. Deputy Fire Chief Dennis Perkins said. The victim suffered second-degree burns to her face and chest area and ran out of an apartment complex at 15 Birch Street in the neighborhood Unit of Health. Perkins said the energies were discovered as not life-threatening and firefighters were called around 1:20 p.m. on Wednesday. Attleboro, a prosecutor argued Wednesday was fortunate witness call of the police about an accused drunken driver for briefly drove out of the Attleboro parking lot last weekend. Norton, a local man arrested last week after a standoff allegedly shot at police with the same .40 caliber handgun returned to him earlier this year after a previous domestic assault case against him was dismissed, court record show. Not but about Jimmy G isn't down, although he claims to have coined the nickname long before Jimmy grew up, and while he's not a perfect quarterback, Jimmy Gear to be in his lead in a charge of a local restaurant that has seen it sheriff's turnovers of the last few years. Boston and Furman, Massachusetts prosecutor once named one of the People magazine's most eligible bachelors again facing sexual assault allegations. Jerry Zarella was arraigned Wednesday on 2 counts of sexual assault following an incident that authorities say happened on November 10th in Boston. He was on $10,000 cash bail and ordered to wear a GPS monitor bracelet or observe a curfew, have no contact with victim, and not consume alcohol. Boston, a Chelsea man had been sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences had a fatal shooting in a cab driver and his girlfriend 3 years ago. The data-dependent Federal Reserve is likely to contest the evidence. The economy looks strong enough to withstand the interest rate increase. Asia stopped slipping on its specter of a higher U.S. rate stalls a freight train. Judge orders striking cargo pilots back to work and manager Christmas without Amazon. As pilots went from ABX Air went on strike Tuesday, saying airline and short 7 has been forced to work on their days off. Alzheimer's is one of the leading causes of the death of the U.S. and the only disease among the top 5, which is there's no treatment. Stocks the now. End of the day. Up 59, 31 points. The NASDAQ 83.18. S&P up 1.78. 2002 4.72 and NASDAQ down 5.67 at 5,380.68. Coconut crabs might be the heavyweight champion of all crustaceans. The largest land-dwelling crab on Earth is Burgess Fletcher can live about 66 pounds, which is pinchers and can pinch about 750 pounds of force. If you follow science and climate news even closer, you likely heard that the sea ice in the North region this year has been way below average. Europe's new Mars probe is making its first scientist observation of the red planet, and everything's going according to plan. The trace gas orbiter, Avid and Mars on October 19 is currently circling the planet once 4.2 days. During its will tracked on a red planet, NASA's Spirit rover may have been encountered a potential signature from past life on Mars, report scientists at Arizona State University. A consumer watchdog group that some toys that already been recalled are still on sale online. What should stoppers do to ensure they are buying safe toys this holiday season is? A thunderstorm sparking a severe asthma tracks across Australia on Monday that killed 4 people, senators born in emergency rooms. Chicago, Bangkok, Zika's rampage in last year in Brazil caused exposure to infections and infected the crippling neurological defect in thousands of babies, an effect never seen in a mosquito-borne virus. Millions of Americans each year go LASIK surgery to correct the vision. Given how common the procedure has become and the ubiquitous ads on radio and TV, you might be tempted to treat the decision to get the treatment pretty casually. Take a look at New England Electric Report at 11:06 p.m. at Manchester, New Hampshire, 1061 Elm Street. That confirmed bill, but it was under control at 9:41 p.m. And there was serious injuries in a pedestrian accident in Worcester, Massachusetts at 234 Park Avenue 4 hours ago, which is this evening. Peter Children's time is now 11:06 p.m. on this late Wednesday night. And it's time now for traffic and transit report. Baby! Let's imitate with subway systems looking good on the commuter rail. Look. Havel train 227 11 p.m. from North Station are 10-15 minutes late between North Station and Havel due to late travel equipment. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Okay, highways and byways. Let's study off down in New York City where Lane Lawrence Expressway eastbound side, little slow after Midtown Tunnel in Brooklyn. Brooklyn Queens Expressway is little slow around the Bush down the Lawrence Expressway. Brooklyn Bridge is southbound side is backed up. 278 on westbound side, a little slow to Staten Island. And West Side Highway and the northbound side, a little slow down to Lincoln Tunnel, Midtown Manhattan. FDR Drive, southbound side, a little slow around Harlem. Bronx Watson Bridge. It's a little slow around Fox Neck and through the Bronx. New Jersey Turnpike gets a little slow just around the northbound side, just around 287 in New Brunswick. 195 westbound side, a little slow. New Jersey Turnpike headed towards Trenton. Up in New England. Highways and byways of Connecticut, New Hampshire, Massachusetts are looking good. Up in Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, it's looking good. Interstate 87 is southbound side. It's a little slow just around Route 11 in Plattsburgh. New York and on Route 59 on the northbound side. A little slow in Southern Quebec headed towards Montreal. 190 on the southbound side. It is backed up over the Canadian border up in Niagara Falls. 390 in both ends are backed around New York State 3 and Henrietta, New York. And 295 on the northbound side of the Baltimore-Washington Parkway. It's a little slow just around the East Riverdale stretch through the next around Route 410, so expect a few delays here. And Interstate 95 on the northbound side, it's a little slow around Baltimore Harbor Tunnel. 195 on the southbound side, a little slow headed towards Baltimore-Washington Airport. But highways and byways, Maryland, D.C. are looking good here. And looking at highways around the Midwest, Interstate 75 on both ends of Beckman Standard Center up in the West Branch, Michigan. US 127 southbound side of Beckman Harrison. Interstate 75 is southbound side of Little Slow and Roscommon. Interstate 75 on the northbound side, it's Little Slow just around Turnpike headed towards Toledo. Interstate 75 on the northbound side, Little Slow on the southbound side of River Ridge just around Detroit. And out in the Chicago vicinity, 190 on both ends of Beckman O'Hare Airport. 94 on the northbound side, it's a little slow just around Interstate 57 and I-Rock headed towards Chicago. Interstate 90 on the northbound side, a little slow just around Route 55 around the downtown Chicago. And US 51 on the southbound side, a little slow from Tomahawk, Wisconsin around to Merrill, Wisconsin. And Interstate 40 on the westbound side, it's a little slow just around Brinkley, Arkansas. And Interstate 35 on the southbound side, it is backed up around 35W headed towards Fort Worth and Dallas. And Interstate 80 westbound side, also from Wyoming to the Utah border. Peter Children's time is now 11:09 p.m. and take a look at some flight delays from the FAA and Minneapolis St. Paul airports experiencing delays of 31 to 45 minutes. Peter Children's time is 11:09 p.m. on this late Wednesday night, and it's time now for a weather report here. And looking at the National Radar Internet, it shows a lot of snow showers stretching around New York City here, stretching around central New York, sleeting from the Rochester down for Buffalo and around Ontario, and some rain showers around southern Ontario and then up in Ontario. A lot of rain showers stretching around Alabama, stretching it all the way down to Tennessee, around covering much of Ohio and around in Michigan and eastern and northern portions of Indiana. And a lot of rain showers stretch from the northwestern Oregon and the Washington State. Some sleet and snow showers from the Cascades to Oregon and Washington. And spotty snow showers around Idaho and Montana. And northeastern portion of Wyoming. And some snow showers around Utah. And some rain, sleet, and snow showers around eastern Utah and the northwestern portions of Colorado. And take a look at Salt Lake City, Utah. We're seeing some snow showers from Spanish Fork up to the Salt Lake City. Raining around Spanish Fork up at the Pleasant Grove. And looking at the traffic around the Salt Lake City area, 215 is backed up from West Valley City all the way down to Woodward Terrace. Interstate 15 is backed up from West Jordan all the way to Salt Lake City. Interstate A is backed up from Silver Summit all the way down towards Salt Lake City and the westbound side of both ends. Interstate A is backed up from both ends from 215 all the way out to 172. All right. Seven-day forecast for the northern vicinity is going to go like this. Friday, most clouds got about 20 degrees, calm wind for Thanksgiving Day. Chance of drizzle after 5 p.m. Clouds got about 44 degrees, calm wind for Thursday night. Chance of drizzle, light rain before 7 p.m. and then chance of light rain after 7 p.m. Before after 8 p.m. Clouds got about 35 degrees, calm wind, chance of 50%, new response less than 10 minutes possible for Friday. A chance of drizzle with a slight chance of rain before 9 a.m. Then a chance of drizzle between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. and then a chance of drizzle with a slight chance of rain after 2 p.m. Clouds got about 40 degrees, light northwest wind. Chance to 20%. Friday night, a chance of rain and drizzle. Pittsburgh after 10 p.m. was. Glasgow had low about 39 degrees and chance of precipitation is 50%. Saturday, a chance of rain and drizzle before 2 p.m. and then a chance of drizzle between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Then a chance of drizzle with a slight chance of rain after 5 p.m. Pittsburgh before 9 a.m. was. Glasgow had about 49 degrees and chance of precipitation is 50%. Saturday, a chance of drizzle before 7 p.m. Then a chance of rain and drizzle between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Then a chance of rain after 8 p.m. Most Glasgow about 34 degrees and chance of precipitation is 40%. For Sunday, a 30% chance of rain before 8 a.m. Mostly clouds about 45, about 20 degrees. Monday, sunny part clouds about 46, about 30 degrees. Tuesday, part clouds about 50 degrees. Tonight, a chance of showers, most clouds about 39 degrees. Chance of 40%. And for Wednesday, chance of showers, most clouds about 58 degrees. And chance of is 50%. Currently not near it is fair skies. And in Taunton, it's 24 degrees with humidity of 88%. And here in Norton, it's 26 degrees, humidity at 99%, and in Mansfield, it's 28. And that is going to get for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news, and it's late for Wednesday night, November 23rd, 2016. For good evening and goodbye today. I'll see you tomorrow morning more, but I hope you have a good night. And I'll see you tomorrow morning with a more. Good night. And see you tomorrow for Thanksgiving. Good night.